Hi, it's Mary. Welcome to the Paper Turtle. We are today going to work in the horse journal. This is part, I don't know what number, the next part of our series of creating a journal. If you haven't watched the other parts, go ahead back and watch the other parts if you want to follow along with us and make a journal. I know there's a lot of people out there who say that they've been watching and collecting things, but they have yet to make a journal. Well, here's your chance. You can craft right along with me and make a journal together. So we've already in previous videos made the cover. We have made our signatures and we have sewn them into the cover. So we have a journal. So now we're going to decorate the journal. This for me is the longest part of the process, but it's also the part where you can be very creative and use your imagination and just kind of put your personality and your stamp on things. So I'm going to show you in this video a few things that I like to do in my journals, and I don't think that I'm going to do all the decorating on camera because there's just too much of it and that becomes a little bit tedious, I think. I don't know, maybe not. But I'm going to get you started, and then your homework assignment will be to finish your decorating after this video. But let's just kind of get started and see what we can do in here. So I have prepared a couple of things. This one thing here, you know that I have this book. Oh, where is it? You've seen this book if you've been watching. A Pony in the Picture of, well, pony pictures. When they used to take pictures of people on ponies. I think they're really cool. There's some awesome pictures in here. And I'm going to use probably quite a few of them. So here's one, very, very simple. All I did was cut the picture out. And on the back side of it is a little poem, I guess. I don't know if this was a song. It's by Gordon Lightfoot. So I'm not sure if this was a song or not, but it's a little poem about the pony man. And on the front is a pony picture. And this, I just cut this out of the book. And I'm just going to attach it onto this page here with a paper clip. This paper clip is very simple. I just took a paper clip and tied a piece of, this has got two pieces of strips of fabric on it. This fabric happened to come from one of those chindi rag rugs from Five Below. I did this a couple of years ago when the fad of doing it was first coming around. I bought one and I sat there at night watching TV and I took that thing apart and I have this big huge bag full of fabrics now. And so one night I sat there with my bag of fabrics and a package of paper clips and I just tied strips of the fabric onto paper clips. Very easy, very cute, sticking out of your journals. So that's that one. This paper clip though is crooked. Try to, there. So that's a very easy embellishment decoration for your journal. Another thing that we're going to do today, I'm going to make a belly band. And I'm going to put this inside the belly band. This is another picture that I took from the book. And I just backed it with some dyed paper and inked around the edges and rounded the corners. And notice I have a little bit of separation here somewhere. I can feel it. Yeah. I just need to stick a little bit of glue in there. And so we have a journaling card here. And this journaling card I'm going to stick, I'm going to stick in the belly band. Ugh, I can't do things with one hand. I wanted to catch that before the glue dried up. Oh, come on. I have dried glue on there, that's why. Goodness gracious. Okay, so little journaling card that's going to go in this belly band that we're going to work on right now. So I chose this paper, this wood grain paper that we used as a journal page right here. This is just the cutoff from it. I like to use the cutoffs from the journal pages in the journal as much as I can, because it just gives it a little bit of continuity and flow. I'm going to cut off this branding strip that's on here. It wasn't actually a branding strip, I guess it was the strip that held it into the book, the paper pad, whatever it is. I'm cutting it off. If I can get it straight, looks like it's crooked. And I'm going to make this the height of my page, which is 8 inches. And then I still have a piece that I can use to make a tag. Put that over there. Okay, so this is going to go here. Perfect. And what I found, I have this trim that looks like rope. I love it. Don't you love that? I just love it. I also have, in one of my long ago thrift hauls, I found a bag full of like Western themed stuff. And one of the things in that bag was this hat, and it is stitched around. It just looks really cool. So I'm going to put that here. And I decided I want the rope to end, because if I try to put the rope the whole length and then put the hat on top of it, I don't know if that's going to glue down very well, because it's not an even surface. So I'm just going to do it like this. And I think that'll be just fine. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I better put something underneath there. I tend to make a mess with the glue, so I think you can probably see better too if I have something on top of my cutting mat. I don't know. I thought that this hat was like so cute. And then this, I'm going to tuck it right under the top of the hat though. To here. I thought that this trim was just perfect. I love it. The things you can find in thrift stores, oh my goodness, so much fun stuff I have found over the past couple of years that I've been doing this. How long have I been doing this now? I don't know. 3 years? 4 years? I don't know how long I've been doing it. but I have found some really fun stuff in thrift stores and estate sales too. Both of them, different things in the different, sometimes you can find an estate sale where the person was a crafter, and you could tell that they were like kind of like-minded because of the stuff that they had. And that's always fun to find those estate sales. Oh boy, I put too much glue on this. Ick, what a mess. I don't know if you can see the mess I just made here. I don't like glue showing, so I always have to wipe off the excess. I just think it looks, I don't know, to me it looks a little sloppy. And it's clear glue, so it doesn't like really show, but I feel like it shows. Oh, way too much glue, Mary. Okay, tip number 1 for the day is you don't need a lot of glue. Yikes. Oh, it's such a mess. I know, I'm sorry you're having to watch me wipe glue off of my project, but I could pause the video and do it, but it's kind of a pain, and I'm always afraid I'm going to mess up if I have to pause the video. Like I forget to turn it back on or something, and then I'll do the whole rest of the thing and I won't even be recording. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to just let it be and hope that that doesn't show too bad. If I can see it because I know it's there, and it is bugging me. And every time I wipe, it moves the thing. Okay, leave it alone, Mary. Stop it. Leave it alone. Alright, so I have that I'm going to use for the belly band. I wonder if I should put anything else on there. I'm going to just leave it for now. And maybe, maybe another pass through, or I'll come across something that I'll say would go perfect on here. But I think I'm just going to leave it like this for now because it's so cute. I should have done this first. So I bought this new ink. I've said before, I don't buy like full retail much anymore, but every once in a while I'll go into Michael's or Joann's or someplace and just see what they have. If they have something on sale, I might buy something just for the sake of having something new. And I bought this Distress Oxide. It's ground espresso. I kind of just wanted something a little bit darker for some of my distressing and stuff. And I thought this might be good because it's not black and it's a little darker than the what is this that I usually use? Vintage Photo. So I got it and I tried it and I really like it. And I don't know if you can see it very much on here, but I really like it. I think it's a different look than the Vintage Photo. So that's one to try if you're looking for something new to try. So I'll just attach the belly band and move on to the next item. I like it. I think that's super cute. And then she can go right in there. Cute. All right, and then I don't know if I had anything else. I didn't have anything else set. So it's just going to be a matter of finding, oh, I did have this one other thing here. This is just another picture that I cut out of the book, and I'm going to put it on here as a pocket. That's all. Nothing, nothing wonderfully inventive or creative. Just showing how you can use pictures from a book. And this is just such a wonderful book that I have. I absolutely love it. I thought as I was going through all my stuff looking for things for this journal, I thought I had more horse stuff than what I have. How long have I been saying and finding stuff and saying, oh, I can use this in a horse journal. I could use this in a horse journal. I feel like I've said that in my haul videos a million times. And I can't find that much stuff. It's like, what did I do with it all? I actually have a box that I was putting horse-related stuff in. But either everything didn't make it to that box, or I don't have as much stuff as I thought I did. I don't know. I'm hoping that still I'll find some of it. And that, you know, isn't that the worst thing? When you've bought stuff to use for a specific journal, you make the journal, you can't find the stuff, and you get through it all, and you're done with your journal, and then you find the stuff. I hate that. I really do, I make like little pouches. Like I have this pouch down here. This is my Outlander pouch. So anything that I find or have that I look at and I think, oh, that would be good in my Outlander journal, I stick it in here. So I have stuff all together. Now that doesn't mean I can only use stuff that's in that pouch, but at least I have some things put aside and all together. So I'm thinking maybe I'll put some trim on this page. I went through my little scrap bin of trim over here and picked out a few things that I think would work well for this journal. If I need more, I'd go into my stash. But this one, I think would fit well right there. Yes, I like that. I want it to stick out just a little bit. I do like that a lot. I like, in my journals, I like things to stick out, trims and things. I just like that look of, I don't know, when it's closed, it says there's a lot in here to look at. And when you're going through, it's very tactile, things that you can touch and ooh and ah over. And I just like that. I mean, I think that's what a junk journal is all about, is all the pretty stuff and the textures and the surprises and stuff. That to me is a junk journal. So I like to have a lot of that kind of stuff. That's pretty. And you can see it on the other side. I like that. Now, and I know it's probably too late to tell you this, but for some of you, maybe you haven't started yours yet. When you, I should have told you this before, and maybe I mentioned it, I don't know. But when you are putting your signatures together, if you want to sew trim on the edges of your pages, you want to do that obviously before you sew your signature into your cover. I never think of doing it. I don't know why. Habit, I think. I haven't gotten in the habit of doing that yet. And another thing is, I don't know what page I'm going to want trim on until I'm working on the pages. So my trim never gets sewn on, and sometimes I wish that I had done that, or I wish that I would do that. But again, I don't think about it at the right time, because that's has not been my process in the past. But now that I have my sewing machine set up, I can do that, but I don't think about it. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but that's my story. All right, now the other thing that I wanted to do for sure, in the front of my journals, and here's another thing that's habit. I don't know why I do it. I just like to do it. I put a corner tuck pocket right here, because what I like to do is I like to stick in a note in here about how you can use this journal. So to me it's a good convenient little place to put it. So I always put a little corner pocket right there. So I'm going to do that. I have this scrapbook paper, and I've been debating. I think I want to use just the solid color corner as opposed to the corner with the embossed flower, because this is already kind of busy. I've got wood grain, I've got plaid, and I've got this pattern right here. So I don't want to make it even more busy. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use this corner. So what I want to do is decide how big I want that corner pocket to be. Usually it's about 3 inches or so. Do I want it bigger? If I go 3.5, that takes it to there. And 3.5 to there. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I am going to mark 3.5 inches right here. And this does not have to be exact. You don't have to do this exact like this. You don't have to measure it at all. I don't know why I do. It's just, I don't know. To give me a guide, I guess. Sometimes I need a guide. And then I'm going to take my decorative scissors, and for this one I think I'm going to just do a scallop. I thought I had a different, I don't have it here. I'm not going to go grab it. So right now I have handy, I have these 3. I have a zigzag, pinking, I have a small scallop, very small scallop, and then I have this larger 2 size scallop, and I'm going to just use that one. I have a drawer full of these scissors. They were very popular at one point in scrapbooking, and I had accumulated quite a bit. A lot of people, this doesn't look very big, does it? But I measured 3.5. Do I want to go to 4? I think I'm going to go to 4. A lot of people accumulated a lot of scissors, decorative scissors, back in the heyday of scrapbooking, and then got rid of them because it became not the thing to use. Well, I was never one to follow the trends. I did what I like. And now I'm just cutting this just in a kind of a semicircle thing, shape, from point to point. And again, does not have to be perfect. I don't even have to actually get to the line that I made. And I say that because I didn't. So anyway, yeah, a lot of people got rid of their scissors. You know, they always would talk about purging and getting rid of things that are, in their mind, obsolete. And I didn't, because I just can't bring myself to purge my supplies. I can't bring myself to get rid of things like other people can easily get rid of stuff, which, you know, it keeps your room clear, I guess, and keeps things fresh. I just can't do it. Because my mindset is, I might need that someday. And I do. I have these old scissors, and they're really fun for junk journals. I even use them still in scrapbooking. So I'm really glad that I didn't get rid of anything. Now, there are some things that I have gotten rid of, but I mean, some things, they're scissors, for heaven's sakes. It's a tool. Tools are always, always useful. Oh yeah, I like that there. Okay. Then I'm going to decorate this somehow. I don't know how yet, though. I have to kind of look through my stuff and see what I have. All right, so we did belly band. We're doing corner pocket. The other thing that I want to do is a fabric flip. That's something that I like to do. And I'm going to show you how I didn't get all the stuff I need. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to do that today or not. I'm going to try to. It might take a minute of finding my supplies, but we'll see. Okay, now I want to decorate it somehow. What have I got? I pulled out a few things. I don't want to do too much on it because, again, like I said, this is a really busy area. In that little packet of Western stuff, oh, you can't see it, was these little pieces of fringe that I thought were super cute. But I don't know. And then I found this button. I think it's a Polo Ralph Lauren button. But I don't care. It's got a horse on it. It's cute. But I don't know if that's the spot for it. See, it's got all these little pieces of this fringe. It's super cute. I just have to figure out where I want to put them. And then there's these boots. These were cut out of like iron-on patches. Oh, that one's cute right there. I kind of like that. There's another hat. There was a whole bag of this stuff. Some of it is more Western, so I'm going to save it for my cowboy journal as opposed to this horse journal. I don't know why I'm differentiating, but I am. These are some note cards that somebody sent me. Thank you. You know who you are. But those I'm going to put in tuck spots or pockets, I think. Then I have these that I cut out of a book. They're not going to work here. Then I have, see, I did find some stuff. I just feel like I had more, but we'll see. I might still be able to find stuff. I had this die cut, which is kind of dark to go there. I don't know if you can see me. But he's going to go somewhere. I have a horseshoe die cut, which is cute, but not for there. This will be for a tuck spot. That's cute. Not for there. And then I have these little things, which were sent to me. Again, thank you, Sonia. Stamps that one would go there, really nice, but it needs something else, you know. It needs to be like a little cluster or something. This is cute. This is from Life. I like that for there, but it needs something else. What about that? That's not bad, right? And maybe I can put, I was thinking a little piece of fringe on the boot, but yeah, I think I'll let that be. I kind of like that. I'm gonna put that there, I think. I know, stamp collectors, you're dying. I know how it is, but you know, we can't save everything for the collections. I actually have a stamp collection. I was working on it the other day. I have bought, you know, bags and boxes and stuff of stamps. When I see them at a reasonable price, I'll pick them up. Just because, number one, I like playing with the stamps. I like having my little stamp collection. It's nothing fancy. It's not, going to be valuable or anything like that. It's just fun to do. Call me a geek, whatever. So I pick up stamps, and what I don't put in my stamp album, I set aside for my junk journals. As a matter of fact, I was going through one day at a flea market. I bought this shoebox. I don't know if I showed it to you in a video or not. I probably did. But I bought this shoebox full of stamps. I mean, it's full. There's a lot of stamps in there. So the other day I was bored, so I pulled out the shoebox of stamps and started sorting them. And I'm sorting out the United States stamps and the foreign stamps and the stamps that need to be soaked off the paper, and just kind of going through to see what's in the box. There's a lot of stamps in the box. And there's a lot of I guess I should say international stamps, because what's foreign to me might not be foreign to somebody in another country. If you're watching this from New Zealand or wherever. So my collection is just United States stamps. If I were to collect international stamps, that would be a humongous collection and overwhelming in my mind. I mean, it's just, wow. So I limit my collection to United States stamps. Some people collect stamps with flowers on them. Some people collect stamps with animals. Some people collect people stamps. There's all different ways to collect stamps. But anyway, I was going through the box of stamps, and I pulled out a few things that I wanted to keep for junk journals. I was going to show this in a haul video, but I'm going to show it to you now just because I'm talking about it, and it's something different. So I picked out a few of these stamps. This one is not a postage stamp. This is so interesting, and I hope that you're going to be able to read it. It says on it, State Board of Health, Florida, bedding inspection stamp, 1 cent. Let's see if you can actually read that. It's old. I do not know when it was from. I have to do a little bit of research, I guess. But is that not the coolest thing? So that, it's not a postage stamp, so it's not going in my stamp collection, but it's going to go with my vintage ephemera. I think it's cool. Just this little tiny piece of paper. I thought it was cool. It feels cool. It's old. It's grungy. I pulled it out. Same with this. This has got I don't know, a foreign country postmark on it. I thought it looked cool. I don't know why. And then I picked out these stamps for my journals. These because I like the colors on them and the numbers. I thought that those would look really cool on a collage in a junk journal. Then I found some horse stamps. Those are for, obviously, my horse journal, so they're going with these other horse stamps I have. And then I found these stamps. These, I believe, are from different countries in Africa, and they're triangle, which first of all I think is really cool, and they have the coolest images on them. This is pink flowers, this is green bugs, which is really cool. This one, it has, one side has a car and the other side has people on it. So they're from different countries. This one's from the Republic of Congo. This one is from Centrafrica, which I don't know if that exists anymore. I'm not sure. And this one is from Cameroon. And they're just so cool. I love them. So those are going in junk journals. Then I found this series of butterfly stamps, and these are from Romania, I think. I could be wrong. Wait, Post Ariana. It says different things on it. And the reason I'm thinking Romania is because it says this, but that may not be the country. I do not know. If you know, if this is your country, let me know. Or if you know, let me know. The only reason I'm thinking Romania is because it says that, but I could be way off on that. But look at the butterflies. Aren't they pretty? So I found those. Then there was one envelope in the box that was all from Nicaragua, and I pulled out these stamps. Look at these. Aren't those gorgeous? Since I do not collect the international stamps in my collection, hey, what better way to use the stamps than in my junk journals? And here's two more. Republic Malgache? I do not know. I sound very ignorant, but I am not familiar with that country. If you know where that is, let me know. And here's the fascinating thing about stamp collecting. You learn so much. If you were to take the time and look things up, if I were to take the time and look up some of these places, these countries, I would learn something. I would learn what the country is and where it is. And you know, knowledge is a good thing. That's why I tried to get my granddaughters into it, but she wasn't into it. Maybe when she's a little bit older. And then these two, this is from Thailand, and I believe this is from Poland. Bird and some mushrooms. Very cool. And then they had there were a few stamps that they had torn from the envelope that still had the postmarks on them. So I kept a few of them, and then some of them had the, I don't know if you remember, I don't know if they still do it. I don't think they do because everything is stickers now that they print off. But they used to stamp postmarks like this sometimes. So there were some of those that I thought would be cool in collaging. And then this one is from Greater Palm Beach area, Florida, and it's postmarked 1971. It's very clear, so I thought that would be fun to play with. And this one is someplace in Kentucky. Menardville, maybe? 1983. This is from New York, 1983. These are all from the 80s, and they're just different places, and I like the look of them. I think that they'll be really cool in a junk journal. So anyway, that's a little diversion from from decorating, but it reminded me of them because I did find these 2 horse stamps in there. All right, back to our regular programming here. All right, so we have this pocket. So also sometimes I will put a pocket over here. But I'm thinking, you know, I notice I have this little envelope here. Maybe I should just put a little envelope there. That would be cute. I could put it as a pocket and put it as an envelope, and I'll tuck something in there. Or do I want to put a book plate on there? I might want to put a book plate instead. I'm going to hold off on this and see if I can find a book plate to go on there. You know, one of those things that says this book belongs to. I think maybe I'll do that. Okay, so moving along. Now I have to decide how I want to decorate the rest of these pages. I have this envelope flap. Now, I received a journal from someone. The first journal I ever got from someone else. The first time I've held and looked at somebody else's journal. So cool. So many different ideas and things in that journal. And she had short pages, like a little flap like this in hers, and she put across the page 2 like pockets, and I think that she used envelopes for them. So I have to go find something to use for that. Let me think. I should go dig in my envelopes and see if I have 2 small envelopes, because I think I do. Like maybe they were kind of like this, but the ends were open to make a pocket going this way. I could do one of each. And then on this side, it was just decorated. Actually, this could be a pocket right here too. Okay, I'm going to go see if I can find a couple of small envelopes. I'm going to try to pause you without ruining the whole entire video. And I will be right back. Okay, I hope I did that right and I'm still recording. I found these little envelopes. Actually, I have more envelopes somewhere. No, I moved them. I put them all with my big envelopes. So I have these 2 envelopes that will fit on there like that. I also found these even tiny little envelopes. They're so cute. They're not too small, but I think that I'm going to use the bigger ones here. But I might use these somewhere else just because they're just cute little envelopes. So if I put, I think I want to put them on this side. Actually, no. I think I'll put them on this side. This side will get covered. I put them like this, right? I have to think this through because I didn't plan it out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, first step is going to be, I am going to seal the envelopes. Because we're not going to use them that way. And look what I did. That's why my mat is such a mess. Gosh, Mary, can you make any more of a mess just gluing the envelope closed? Jeepers creepers. Okay. Then I am going to cover the backs of these. So I'm going into my scrap papers here. This is my basket of what I call my neutral scrap paper. And that's what I put in here, is like neutral colored paper. This is from I think there's too many wrinkles in this. This is from a Jersey Mike's sub bed. I save everything. Let's see what I have in here. Here is some parchment-like paper. Can you see through that? No, I'm going to use that. It's a little bit fragile, but I think to cover something, it'll be okay. Yeah, that'll be just fine. Before I do that, I need to cut my top here. Now, if you don't have, if you're crafting along with me and you don't have little envelopes like this, you can just make like pockets. Just take 2 pieces of paper and glue your sides. That's all these are, really. I'm just using the envelopes because I have so many of them, and why not use them up? And it just makes it a little bit easier. Boy, that wasn't a very straight cut, was it? Typical of me, though. And I think I'm going to, no, I'll do it after I cover it. I'll put a notch in it after I cover the back of it. Okay, so I'm going to cover this side. If you're using just paper, like maybe you're using some scrapbook paper or something else, maybe it doesn't need to be covered. You know, if you like the color of the paper, you don't need to do this step. So I'd still like to know, are you making a journal with me? Or are you working on something else with me while you're watching? Or are you just watching? Let me know. I'm curious about, I ask that question all the time. Nobody ever answers me. I'm curious about what you're doing while you're watching my videos. Now, actually, I have had a couple people answer me when I ask it. I just find it interesting what people do while they watch videos. Sometimes the videos that I watch, I'm usually watching, well, I watch different kinds of videos, but the crafting videos, when I watch them, I'm watching because I want to learn a new technique, see something new, a different way of doing something, or just to see somebody's crafting, because everybody's is so different and so unique and so wonderful. So that's why I watch the videos, but usually I'll be playing on my phone while I'm watching them. Not always. Sometimes if it's like a really good video or something that I really want to learn how to do, I'll pay attention more and play on the phone less. But a lot of times I'm sitting there just playing on my phone and I have the video going and I, you know, go back and forth from my game to the video. So, it's okay if you're doing something else while my videos are playing, because I do it too. It's kind of hard to just sit and watch a video, like I said, unless it's something that I really, really want to know how to do, or something really different or unusual. Or sometimes the person is really engaging, you know, and I'd like to watch it just because the person is engaging. So, I don't know. It just varies. And then I watch, I have a couple of people that I watch. I hope I didn't just open up my envelope. I did a little bit. That's all right. I'll put glue on there. I have a couple of people that I watch that do trash picking. Just a couple. I'm not like, you know, all gung-ho into trash picking videos, but there's just a couple of people that I watch that I find they're, you know, some people on YouTube, they're fake. They're just, and some of they stage some of their stuff that they do. And I hate that. It's like, why? Why would I want to watch somebody that's not real? That's doing fake stuff. That just doesn't appeal to me. So I like to watch the ones that you can tell are real, you know. So there's this one guy that I watch. The channel is Taco Stacks, if you're interested in that kind of stuff. And he does trash picking, and he is he gets the metal and it recycles the metal, takes it to the recycling place, and he gets money for it. And he also sells at the flea markets, which I find very interesting because, and I know that they're like this, they're not, because I've been to them, but the flea markets up north are so different than the flea markets here in Florida. The flea markets here in Florida sell crap from China. The flea markets up north sell actual old stuff. I'm sure they have their crap markets too, but it's not, it's different, very different stuff that you find up north than here. So he sells stuff at the flea market that he finds in the trash, which is really cool because people throw away good stuff. And he doesn't like dig into dumpsters and trash cans. He just picks up what he drives by, what he sees on the side of the road. That's what he stops and picks up. And sometimes he does auctions. Sometimes he'll buy storage units. Things like that. So those are what his videos are about. And it's interesting because it's real. It's not, he didn't throw stuff in a dumpster and then turned on his camera to jump in the dumpster to find it. Like, you can tell that people do that just for the sake of the video. It's stupid. He doesn't do that. It's real. He's real, which I like. So, and then he has a friend. They don't very often appear in the same videos. Once in a while they do. But they do, they go to the auctions and do storage units and stuff together sometimes. And she's pretty good too. And her name is Paper and Moose. And she's fun to watch because she's real. And she's more into, she likes the historical aspects of things. So that can be kind of interesting. Sometimes she'll find ephemera. She finds a lot of scrapbooks and photo albums and stuff like that. She's so lucky. I never find that stuff. And but she'll research them. She'll research the people in them and find out who they were and what their story was. And that's really interesting. So if you're looking for that kind of videos, check those two out, Taco Stacks and Paper and Moose. They're really a lot of fun. Okay, so my idea here was that this would go here and here. These are pockets. And then over here, I can make these little pockets too. And decorate. I think that's kind of cute. So, but over here, I think I want to cover this. And I think I'm going to put book page on there just because, I don't know, I think that it's a good spot for book page. Oh, this is from the horse book. It's kind of, well, I'll use it because maybe they can pick out the words. Maybe there's some words that say something about horses. Oh, this book was Black Beauty. I didn't even know that. I didn't know which book it was. It's Black Beauty. Cool. All right, so I just need a strip of it. So we'll take off the white edges. I'll take off the top here. And, oh, look, it's not quite long enough. Oh, you can't see. It's not quite long enough, but that's all right. I'm going to darn it. Let me grab another page. I want it to cover the whole thing. I'll leave Black Beauty on there this time. Yeah, that's better. I'm just trying to think if that's the... It doesn't come all the way to here, but that's all right. I'll make it more even. There we go. Okay. Trying to think of the easiest way to do it. I'm just going to glue the whole thing on there and then tear it off. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's been an hour, you guys. How does that happen? How does an hour go by so fast and I feel like I didn't accomplish anything? Oh, okay. Let me just finish this up and we'll call it a day. So what I would like you to do is continue decorating your journal. I think I'm going to do one more decorating video where I'll do the tassel for the front, for the spine, and I will do a fabric flip. I said I wanted to do a fabric flip, so I want to do that. And gosh, I don't know what else. Obviously, I'm going to do more decorating in this journal. I want you to do more decorating in your journal. And we'll do the finishing touches in the next video, because I don't want to drag this series out to like 20 episodes or anything. Nobody will watch all that. But look at that, it's wrinkled. That's all right, it'll be covered. So yeah, that's what I would like you to do. If you're crafting along with me, go ahead and finish decorating your journal. Put some lace on the edges, make some pockets, be creative. And I'd like to hear about what you did. And if you have a YouTube channel or something, let me know. I would love to check out your channel. I would love to see what you do, especially if you're doing a journal with me. I'd love to see yours and your progress. So go ahead and link it in the comments. I think you can link your videos in the comments, right? If not, just tell me the name of your YouTube channel and I will find you. That sounds creepy. So those are going to go right there. Oh, look, I'm covering up Black Beauty anyway. Oh my goodness, you're not even going to be able to see the words on there. All that for that. Oh, Mary. That's okay. That's okay. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark on here how far up I'm going to put the glue, because I need to glue just 3 sides of this. I'm going to glue to there, there, to there, to there. That's the way I'm doing it. Glue 3 sides, so that's a pocket. Yes, okay. I have to think it through. All right, so I'm gonna have to wrap it up because it's been an hour and I don't want this to go too long. But I want you to see how this comes out. So what else? That's it, I guess. I wonder if I can get that to Black Beauty on there. Yep, I'm going to have Black Beauty showing anyway. Oh, I can move that up a little bit. That works. Actually, I like how this is turning out. And I'll decorate it also. Not on this video, just because we don't have time. When we're done, I'll do a final flip through of it, so you can all see how it turned out. So there's an idea for if you have a flap, an envelope flap, or any other small piece of paper in your journal and you're just not really sure what to do with it. This is like a really cool idea. So what we have a tuck spot here, a tuck spot here. We have these pockets up here on each one. And then I'll decorate here. I could even make another pocket on each of these on this side, which I might do. I might do it a little different. Maybe I'll make, like, I have this stuff. Maybe I'll put it across as a belly band. Ooh, I like that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a belly band right here. Across that. That looks cool. Okay, so we'll have belly bands, pockets, tuck spots, all on this one little thing here. Cool. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye because I'm out of time. And keep working on your journal. I'm going to keep working on mine. And we will see you in the next one where we will make a spine dangle. And maybe put some beads or something on here. No, I'm not going to put beads on here. I'll have to think about what I'm going to do with these. So we'll see you then. Thanks for watching and good luck with your journal.